Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joey, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the difference between American Doe Normaal culture and Dutch Doe Normaal culture. Doe Normaal culture, I'm sure you know exactly what I am talking about, Dutch people. American friends, you don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm going to explain. There is a very famous phrase here in the Netherlands that people live by. It is, doe normaal, dan doe je al gek genoeg. Did I say it right? Doe normaal, dan doe je al gek genoeg, which means do normal, because normal is already crazy enough. Now, what is this and what type of culture is this? Or how do we even begin to break down what this means? What it means is that there is a social way of living here in the Netherlands, just the way there is a social way of living in the United States, in Mexico, in different parts of the world. All of our cultures have a social way of how we interact with each other and how we act outside in regular daily life. And here in the Netherlands, it is all about blending in, about being normal, about just not being the one that just goes out of the way a little bit more than the others. Just a very socially, equally distributed way of life. How do we even talk about that, or how does that even work? Well, it works for me as a foreigner. I totally understand this because, for example, we are at a restaurant and this happens to us all the time. And I'm American. I talk really loud when I eat and I laugh. And everybody always stares at me or at Nick, and I totally feel it. And in the Netherlands, it's very quiet, not so much laughing out loud, not so loud. People are not very loud, and they even think Americans are so loud. That is a way of being not normal. If you're too loud, if you're laughing too loud at a restaurant, that is being away from the social cue, from the social way of being. So that is an applicable way of how it is. Versus in the United States at restaurants, you can't even hear the person you're talking next to because, girl, Susanna up there in the table number 2, she's talking so loud and food's coming out of her mouth that you're gonna have to start screaming and laughing out loud in order to be able to understand what the person next to you is saying. And that's completely normal. That is okay. Where here, that is not normal. That is gek genoeg. Horror. Subway performers, that is definitely not a thing. In the subway or in the buses, everybody is really quiet. Everybody is just like very calm. Nobody's crazy. They're not having loud conversations. In fact, if Nick and I are on the bus or on the subway and we're talking, we literally talk like this so that people don't hear. It's like, we're in a subway, in New York, you just talk, and there's break dancers, you know, you're just like sitting there and there's a break dancer in front of your face trying to ask for money, and that's no problem. So that is another way of like keeping that social realm nice and low and making sure that everybody is normal. And if you are loud in the subway or in the bus, there is definitely someone that is going to tell you to keep it down. How about that? Oh my gosh, you guys, vlogging in public. Yes, you hold your camera and you talk to yourself, and you see it in the United States or in New York all the time, and it's not a problem. I mean, you see so many crazy shit in New York that you just learn to, you know, just go. Here, I pull out my camera and people are like absolutely going wild. They're like looking at me or they're looking at the camera and they're very intrigued, not in a negative way maybe, or in a negative way, but they're very intrigued. It's very abnormal. It's like so out of the ordinary to like vlog yourself or to whip a camera and talk to it. It's so abnormal. It definitely is a scene causer. And whenever I really feel it. Whenever I do it, I'm conscious of it and I can see it around me. Next time you watch my vlogs, you can see me watch like around, that's probably because I caught somebody staring at me. Does it bother me? Like, absolutely not. And I'm very lucky to have a very supportive boyfriend, because Nick could care less if people looked or not. And I love that because I can just do it, you know? But definitely I think Dutch people might hold back because they feel that pressure, that social pressure of be normal, do normal. And I really don't feel that, so that's very, very different. Electric bikes. There's definitely social rules of how to be normal. Being normal for bikes. Old people have electric bikes, that is normal. Young people do not have electric bikes, that is not normal. And we have electric bikes because, honey, no damn but a chicken wing. I'm up in here trying to get all sweaty going down to hit Centrum for some shopping and pedaling like a madman. I got me an electric bike, and the amount of comments that I get about it is like insane. I'm so sarcastic about it. I was at a party and a girl was like, oh my god, you have an electric bike? How old are you? I was like, I'm 125 years old. In fact, I'm dead. That's how old I am. And yes, I have an electric bike. And she was so caught off guard. But I'm just like a little tired of the hate and the whole like rules and the doing normal. I want to have an electric bike. Amazing. Does it take anything away from your life? No. So why worry about it? That is another instance of Doe Normaal. These like social rules that when you don't follow them are like, whoa, I'm gonna call you out on it because it's crazy. And on the other sense, I really like that people can just call you out when you're crazy or not, and I think that's really cool. On the other hand, getting called out every single time about it is a little bit like, okay, I got it, I'm an old man, thank you. But it's just part of the Dutch culture and part of living here, so I totally have come accustomed to it. But I just myself, as an American, we don't really call people out like that. It's not a thing that we do. And I kind of like that because I don't need to be worried about what you're doing or what bike you have or, you know, it's like sweat off my shoulders. No problem. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I want to know what you think about Doe Normaal and how normal ben jij, and what you just think about it all. And I know I'm gonna get some comments saying that Americans are loud and we're talk very extra, so I know that. But I want you to, instead about commenting about the American culture, try and reflect on the Dutch culture and see what you really think about it. And maybe you love it. Amazing, I wanna know that. Or maybe you think, actually Joey, you're right, it's a little crazy, or not. But I really, really want to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, abonero, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!